Hey guys, what's up? It's Megan and welcome back to my channel. I got my hair cut. It's short, it's real short. I decided to try something new for spring coming up. So yeah, I have my Bang energy drink and I'm ready to go. By the way, this flavor is cotton candy and a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. Delicious. Today I want to talk about mental illness and being a victim. I know with everything that's happened to me, I have definitely felt like a victim many times in my journey, feeling like, why did this happen to me? Did I deserve this? Why did I get misdiagnosed? Why did the doctor prescribe me the wrong medications? Why did I have to go through all the public embarrassment with all the social media shit and basically everyone that is in my community knowing that I am very sick. And overall, I have just felt like a victim at times, but I've learned that in order to grow and to be happy, I had to stop being a victim and take responsibility and accountability for my mental illness. This was not an easy process. It has been a very humbling experience because I've had to completely put my pride aside and take responsibility for the things that have happened. So obviously when I was sick in my manic episode, especially my manic episode in 2017, I got into a lot of altercations with people. I said a lot of things that were unkind and disrespectful and things that I regret, probably even some things I don't even remember or want to remember. I just acted like an ass, and it's because I was sick. I wasn't being myself. I was under the influence of substances, on top of being on the wrong antidepressant, on top of having a severe mental illness, but that doesn't excuse the way I acted and my behavior, and it doesn't excuse the fact that I hurt people, I scared people. I have found the most strength in taking accountability for my actions, even though I didn't mean to act that way. I don't even remember acting that way. I still acted that way. I still said those things. I still did those things. So in taking responsibility for that and owning the fact that all that shit happened, that's when I really started to feel happy again, and I really started to grow as a person. I have learned that you cannot force anyone to apologize to you. You cannot force anyone to feel sorry for you. And the only person at the end of the day that you can control is yourself. And once I recognized that, my whole world changed. I can only own Megan. I can only own what I say and what I do and clean up my side of the street and apologize for my actions. And at the end of the day, if the person I'm apologizing to doesn't accept my apology, then that's on them. That's out of my control. I can't control whether or not people accept my apology, whether they forgive me, whether they want me back in their life or not. All I can control is my actions. Like I've mentioned, I have been sober for almost 9 months. On March 7th, it'll be 9 months. I can't even believe it. It's like that's the whole time it takes to have a baby. So that is so cool to me, and I feel so amazing. And in my sobriety, I have reached out to several people that I feel like I have offended at one time or another, or people that I have hurt. And that has been an extremely healing process and a humbling process. Most of the people that I reached out to at one time or another, I felt hurt or betrayed or abandoned by those people. Those people did what they needed to do in order to protect themselves, live their best life, do whatever was best for them. And I have to learn to not take that personally. What other people say, what other people do is a projection of them and their own reality. And it has nothing to do with me. The way people reacted to my mental illness has nothing to do with me, and I shouldn't take it personal. And that's the hard lesson that I've learned, because when everything happened, I took everything so personally. I was so hurt and I felt so betrayed and so abandoned because, again, I felt like a victim. I felt like this isn't my fault. Why did this happen to me? And all these people that I thought would be there for me if I had a medical emergency, or people that I would be there for if they had a medical emergency. These same people weren't around and weren't there for me when I was in my darkest of times. Especially, I'd say the hardest time for me was when I was recovering from my manic episode. Once I realized all the crazy shit that happened, jail, almost divorcing my husband, hating doctors and not being able to forgive them for prescribing me the wrong meds and misdiagnosing me, not running my business anymore, having to face the fact that I wrote hella embarrassing stuff on social media and like not wanting to leave my house or go to the grocery store because I was afraid to like run into people and I wouldn't know what to say. The depression I felt after both my manic episodes were unbearable. So on top of the fact that I'm suffering, trying to recover and heal from those things, on top of that, I have people that I feel don't like me, don't accept me, think I'm crazy. And at times that made me feel suicidal, that I'm never gonna be able to recover from everything that happened. Like, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know how anyone can overcome the things that I've been through. But throughout my process, once I started to grow more, mature more, and I finally got sick of being a victim. I got sick of feeling sorry for myself, and I decided to take accountability for the things that happened. Even when something isn't your fault and you don't believe it's fully your fault, there is power and there is freedom in owning your side of the street and owning the things that you did that you could have handled better, the things that you did wrong. And, you know, in my case, like I said, I scared a lot of people. I made a lot of people uncomfortable. I offended a lot of people with the things I said and the things that I did. And I have to own that, you know? I found the most freedom in taking responsibility for that. And even though it wasn't my fault, it still happened. It's still a reality that those things were said, those things were done. And I have found the most freedom in owning it. And in doing so, my self-esteem has skyrocketed, my self-confidence is back, I feel really good about myself, and there is no price tag on that. I've learned that, is it better to be right or to be happy? And I don't need to be right. There doesn't need to be a winner and a loser. There doesn't need to be any of that. There just needs to be ownership. And again, there is power in owning yourself and your mental illness and taking responsibility for that. For me, taking responsibility of my mental illness is accepting that I have bipolar type 1 disorder and doing everything I can to be healthy. And in doing that, I mean taking my medication, getting enough sleep, being healthy, trying to do my best to manage my mental illness so that I don't get sick, so that it doesn't affect the people around me as much as it would if I'm being reckless and not taking care of myself. I don't know what the future holds for my mental illness, but as long as I'm trying my best and the people that love me around me can see that I'm trying my best, then they can't really ask for more out of me. You know what I mean? I want the people in my life closest to me that I know will be there for me when I'm homeless on the streets, manic as fuck, being a nut, or I'm sober, healthy, happy, doing everything I can to be my best self. And I want those people that love me unconditionally, not the people that only want to be in my life when they benefit or when things are easy and simple, because I believe that no one's life is perfect. All people are going to go through things in their life that are difficult, that aren't easy to deal with. But the definition of a true friend is loving someone no matter what and not giving up on them. And so I choose to invest all my time and all my energy into those people that didn't abandon me and that weren't there for me. That doesn't mean that I don't forgive the people that couldn't be in my life anymore. I do forgive them. I wish them nothing but the best. And you know, I am a good person. If any of those people reached out to me and needed something from me, it's more than likely that I would be there for them because I have a huge heart. Those people have asked anything of me, but I have to believe that if that was the case, that I would be there and that I would try to rise above and not be selfish about it and not, you know, use the fact that I felt abandoned as a weapon to not be the kind of person I want to be towards other people. So yes, as difficult as it can be, taking ownership of your mental illness and ownership of the things you say, the things you do when you're sick, it goes a long way. Because if you internalize those things and feel like a victim, like it wasn't your fault, you isolate yourself from the people that care about you. More than likely, the people around you that care about you, you know, they're people too. They have their own problems. And I think that people are coming around and educating themselves and learning more about mental illness. And at the end of the day, in most situations, mental illness or not, if people apologize and are genuine and sincere, I think most people in this world are willing to forgive and move forward. The main lesson I've learned is to remember that the only person that I can control is Megan. I can't control my husband, I can't control my parents, I can't control my friends, and that's it, only me. I hope all of you out there recognize the only people you can control is yourselves. Seriously, there's so much freedom in that, because I used to just be so internally stressed out and unhappy, trying to wrap my mind around, well, why didn't she act this way, and why didn't she say this, and why didn't he reach out, and blah, 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 blah. I can't control it. They are doing what they're doing, and if I tried to control it, it wouldn't even be genuine in the first place. If someone reaches out on their own, that means more than trying to manipulate someone to do what you want them to do. So I know it can be difficult. I know playing the victim is easier than being the bigger person, rising above and apologizing and taking ownership for your actions, but I'm here to say, as someone that's lived it and done both things, owning your shit and saying sorry and taking accountability for your mental illness and doing the best that you can to take care of yourself is where it's at. It's where the happiness lies. I swear I have never been this happy in my life. I feel so amazing. I never knew that not drinking and not abusing substances would be this beneficial for me. I had never given it a try. And I'm serious. I don't smoke weed, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, and I wake up every day excited and happy for life and feeling so grateful. And I feel like I'm gonna like cry. I never thought that after everything that I've been through that I would be like grateful for everything that's happened to me, because it's made me the person I am today, and it's made me appreciate I can't believe I'm crying. It's made me appreciate my health. It's made me appreciate my family and my friends so much more. And I'm so grateful for my life. I literally cannot believe I'm crying right now. This is some real shit. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video about being a victim and having a mental illness, and also growth and taking accountability for your actions and for your reactions and the way that you treat people when you're sick and when you're not sick, and learning to own up to your mistakes and growing as a person and just being your best self. That's what it's all about, is just every day striving to grow and to become a better person. That's where it's at. If you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe. That would mean so much to me, and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.